Today we're going to be rating Magic the Gathering cards on Reddit, custom cards. Let's start it off with Snuff. It is a black instant, choose one. Destroy target creature with 1 toughness. Alright, that's it. Fair enough, it wasn't very strong to begin with. Or target player with 1 life loses the entire game. But let's be serious, you're at 1 life. I mean, what's the difference between this and like a lava dart? Just like, you know, you're a brisk breeze basically kills you at this point. Unique card. I mean, it's actually super versatile as well. There are a lot of creatures with 1 toughness out there, and it basically just kills it on the spot. And if your opponent, gotta make sure your life total is a little bit above 1, otherwise you lose the game. And doesn't this like combo with like Wildfire? Doesn't Wildfire put everybody to 1? Are you all at 1? Or I'm gonna snuff one of you to death. It's over. Cool card. I think it's totally fair and playable. This card would get around cards like Platinum Angel or others that prevent you from losing life if you have 1 life. Target player with 1 life loses a game. Hold on, why would this get around Platinum Angel? Because Platinum Angel literally says, like, you can't lose the game, your opponents can't win the game, that prevent you from losing. It's not making you lose the life. Yeah, not Platinum Angel. Okay. Apology accepted. Yeah, bye-bye monkey. Bye-bye monkey. Bye-bye more 1 toughness creatures. They're already an endangered species and we're gonna snuff them out. It's very close. There is already a card called Snuff Out, so I guess this is just an addition to Snuff Out. We don't have music? Where's the music? I thought I have music around here. Hold on. Music on the way. Okay, do we have music now? We should have music now. Okay, moving on. We got that last card, by the way, totally fine. Zark, Weaver of Chaos. By the way, did Reddit change for everyone else? I hate this this new like it's like a new I don't know how to describe it. They changed the structure of what Reddit looks like. Okay, anyway, Zark, Weaver of Chaos. Wooburg! It's a 1/1 human wizard. Each instance of a number of the rules text of permanence is replaced with 1d6. What? So, instance of a number? So, a number is any instance of a number not written in the form of, i.e. 1 or 2. Free! Finally free! I have no idea what this means. This makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. So, is it like, if it has a number in the card, you're gonna roll for it instead? Each instance of a number in the rules text of permanence is replaced by 1d6. Like, I think it's they want you to roll for the damn thing. Lightning Bolt now does 1d6 damage. We roll for it now. What do we get at the end? We don't know, but it's gonna be completely random. So Lightning Bolt could deal 1 damage, could deal 6, it could deal 1 damage, could deal 6 damage. Also, cards that say do X times. Oh, no. Do 1 times or do 2 times now could do infinitely more instead of that. I guess this card is okay. Like, it's Wooburg for crying out loud. And it's a 1/1 human wizard. This would completely break Grape Shot? I don't know. Oh yeah, so you could like roll for it. So it'll do at least, there's a greater chance it'll deal more than 1 damage. No, it's permanence. It says permanence. So no spells. Oh yeah, so it doesn't even work on Lightning Bolt. Each instant of a number in the rules text of permanence is replaced by a 1d6. So I have no idea how this is going to affect the game. I guess if you have Steel Leaf Champion, you can't block creatures with power 2 or less. Or can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Or now it can't be blocked by anything with 6 or less. Yeah, it's gotta be permanence. I missed it too, don't worry. We're all failures together. We all win together, we all lose together, just like D&D. I'm assuming this is probably broken in the right situation. But it's Wooburg for crying out loud. It's Wooburg. I think it's cool. I'm gonna give it a pass. I'll give it a pass until someone breaks it and then you have to ban it. It's possible that this thing is broken. It's possible. What if you create a 1/1 squirrel? Do you roll to see its power and toughness? I think it's, no, I think it's only in the text, the rules text. They're specifically not saying the stats of the creature. Alright, we got Elrog, the Goblin King, using actual What is this word soup? What are you, nuts? You think I'm reading that? You're right, I am going to read that. Okay, we have a red, 2 generic, 2/2 Goblin Noble. Goblin creatures you control get +1/+1 and have Mountain Walk. It's just power creeped Goblin King. Okay, when Alrock Goblin King dies, create Lol Goblin King, a 2/2 red goblin legendary creature token with goblin creatures you control get +1/+1, have Mountain Walk, and when Lol Goblin King dies, create Viddle, a Goblin King, a 2/2 goblin legendary creature token with goblin creatures you control get +1/+1 and Mountain Walk. Oh, I see. So like every single time one Goblin King dies, another one replaces it until you hit Noomsgill Goblin King. I guess the last of the Goblin Kings. You can't kill. You only kill so much of the bloodline before there's nobody left, and then they're all dead. Then there's nothing left in the family. Sure. Why not? This thing can pass. It's basically like, I don't know, a lord that you can't get rid of. It's like a really sticky lord, but it costs 4 mana. It's still a 2/2 creature. At least it has flavor. That's the way of the goblins. You sack one goblin, you get replaced by another goblin. Alright, next up, we've got Necro Hydra. Necro Hydra, black X, 0/0 zombie Hydra. Necro Hydra enters the battlefield with X, -1/-1 counters on it. Necro Hydra gets +2/+2 for each counter on it. Is that it? Enters the battlefield with X, -1/-1 counters on it, but gets +2/+2 for each counter on it. So it's just 1/1 counters. Like that's all I see here. Why are we making this so damn confusing? Is it so? Oh, wait a minute. No, but if you remove a -1/-1 counter from it, then I guess there's a world where you can move the counters from this to something else, and that's the value. Because it buffs this creature, but it kills other ones. So if it dies, all these -1/-, no, hold on. I'm sure there's some world where you can shift the counters around from the Necro Hydra to, I don't know, your opponent's creatures and kill them. If you combine it with the D16, with the 1d6 card, it could die if you roll a 1. It's possible. These are numbers within the stats. Also, this thing could get it could be the opposite way. These are like -5/-5 counters on it. If you put a -1/-1 counter on this creature, it buffs it. Yeah, but it could, yeah, send it to the rank. Oops, sorry. Just give it +1/+1 counters, it will get +3/+3 for each counter. Oh, that's true. So now if you add regular counters to it, it actually gets buffed up super big. All right, whatever. Weird creature, but unique. And now the super chats are starting to roll in. We got, starting off with Broly's Shadow, the Genie's Lamp. Now, for everyone who doesn't know, you can super chat during the show. Make sure you super chat enough that you can write text in the super chat, which is usually about $2. Give me the name of the card on our custom magic. I have a link in the description, and I will look it up. Okay, so we have the Genie's Lamp. Yeah, the layout on Reddit sucks now. It's not good for this show. I don't like it. Okay, we got the Genie's Lamp. 5 mana. Legendary artifact. When the Genie's Lamp enters the battlefield, scry 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose 1 that hasn't been chosen. Oh, it's like your 3 wishes. And at the beginning of your upkeep, choose 1 that hasn't been chosen. Create 2 treasure tokens. Draw 2 cards. Or sacrifice the Genie's Lamp and create a 4/4 blue Djinn creature token with flying. You would think you would get that one first. You would also think that if you get the Genie's Lamp when it enters the battlefield, you get the 4/4 blue Djinn creature token until the Genie leaves the battlefield. If you destroy the lamp, you destroy the Genie. Yeah, I'm just thinking this could be like way more flavorful. Yeah, more Disney cards. You better believe. Brawly Shadow loves the Disney cards. If I were to reinvent it, like your card is fine, it's fair. So if I were to invent it, it's like a 5 mana, enters the battlefield, a 4/4 blue Djinn creature token, stays there until the Genie's Lamp leaves the battlefield, and if you can't, you get 3 wishes, and if you've chosen, if there's one that you have. If you've chosen all of them, then like the genie's lamp gets exiled or something to that effect. That's what Aladdin wished for in the order of the movie. Is he? He chose create 2 treasure tokens. Okay, he was rich. No, didn't he want to be a sultan? It's a little bit different. Whatever. I guess he was rich. Did he draw 2 cards? I can't remember what his second wish was. His second wish was to survive, actually. He didn't die. And then the last one was to set the genie free. The third wish could have been, if the genie's lamp leaves the battlefield, keep the blue creature. They need to make a lamp in uncard. Scratch off card, kind of rubbing it. Maybe if the last would be to set the genie free and he becomes your buddy. I guess that's possible. But isn't that's how it is here, actually. Sack the genie's lamp, create a 4/4 you get the genie for eternity. Okay, the third one. You know what? I give it to you. The flavor is on point. Although, the genie did a lot even without the wishes, in my opinion. All right, to the freebie section. We got the playful courtesan. Is it courtesan? Whatever. Red 2 generic. 2/3 human assassin. With ambush. Red 1 generic. Whenever an opponent casts a spell or activates an ability during your turn, you may cast this spell for its ambush cost. You've been ambushed. Oh, you want to play that spell? If you do, it gains haste. Sack it at the end of your next combat phase. What's the point of it having haste if we activate it in response to my opponent's spell? Oh, it's on our turn, though. Okay. They play a spell on our turn, trying to ambush us. We ambush them. It's got tap. Target creature deals damage equal to its power to another target creature with the same controller. Created treasure tokens. So So basically, you make them smack each other in the face. That's how I'm interpreting this thing. You fight you, because I told you to. Sure, this card is fine, I guess. So basically, for 2 mana, you can get someone to fight their own creatures for 2 mana. But in exchange, you have to sack this thing. I think it's completely fair. You can play it on their turn and activate the ability. When an opponent casts a spell or activates an ability during your turn, which is mine, you may cast the spell for an ambush cost. I mean, you can activate the ability on their turn, but not for the ambush cost. You can only ambush, apparently, on your turn. A bit weird, but sure. Okay, next super chat we got from Gabrielle. The goblin hurt my head. Let's start with the super chat extravaganza with Okita Altar. Okita. Absolute sword. Absolute sword is absolute. Okay, we got a white 3 generic 3/3 legendary creature spirit with double strike. Whenever Okita Altar is blocked, you may exile her and each blocking creature. When Okita Altar blocks, you may exile her and each attacking creature. Okay, whenever it's blocked, you may exile her and each blocking creature. So we all go down together. And if she blocks, you may exile her and each attack. Hold on, that is insane though. Like the second half, you just block one creature, everything's blocked. Okay, maybe it's not that bad. Like in the face of this Okita Altar, you would just know that you have to attack with one creature into the Okita Altar, and that's it. I will sever the thread of destiny with this boundless light. I actually think this is fine. Effectively, you just, give it lure. Give it lure! The classic trap. But, since you cast with an alternate cost, I'm pretty sure it gets around the restrictions, just like cards that let you cast without paying mana. Oh yeah, well that's what it... But it specifically says when an opponent casts or activates an ability during your turn. So it has to be your turn you get to use ambush. I'm just reading what the card says. So when it comes to the Okita, it's fair because if someone's going to attack into an Okita, you better just attack with one creature because otherwise you're going to lose everything. She blocks one, but she exiles all. Yeah, I feel like it ought to be each attacking creature it blocks. Well, yeah, but creatures can only block one creature. Have you opened a Discord to post our custom cards? Okay, I'll work on that. I'll put a free section for custom cards. I probably should. You guys love your custom cards so much. Freebie section. The Power Ring. Looks like something out of Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, equipped creature has indestructible. It's an equipment. What are you going to... Okay, whatever. When equipped creature is dealt damage, unattach power ring. That is very, very Sonic the Hedgehog-like. Because whenever he dealt even a single point of damage, he lost all his rings. What a weird power. You only need one ring, but if you had a million rings, you lost all of them. Okay, at the beginning of each end step, if power ring isn't attached to a creature, sacrifice it. Just also like in Sonic the Hedgehog. If you don't grab the rings back, they slowly flicker and disappear away. Okay, the flavor is completely on point. It's 100%. Equip for 2. Should be really equipped for 0, but what? It doesn't even do anything. This is worse than Dark Steel Relic. It literally does nothing. What did all the rings do in Sonic the Hedgehog? I don't remember. Or were they like air miles? I mean, they kept you alive, right? It should be equipped creatures dealt damage on a tap power ring at the beginning. So it should actually say if equipped creature would be dealt lethal damage, instead unequip power ring. That's exactly how it should be said. Power ring isn't attached to a creature, so it is a flavor fail on that. Because Sonic was invincible so long as you had one. Assuming you didn't drown underwater or something like that. It give protection from creatures and is busted. It should, but it does say equipped creature is indestructible. I thought the power ring was indestructible itself. When equipped creature is dealt damage, any damage. Okay, you know what? Flavor win. It's a flavor win. I love it. Total pass. Next super chat we got from Abe. Thank you very much for your super chat. The Soaring Avon. Soaring Avon. This was my very first card I ever designed back in 2019. It's been a while. Would probably be a bulk uncommon by today's standards. Okay, we got a blue-red, 1 generic, 2/2. Flying Haste. Whenever Soaring Avon attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a blue card, scry 1. If you discard a red card, Soaring Avon deals 1 damage to any target. It's not bad. It's not that great either. It's a great draft card. I'll give it that. Pass. Wizards is hiring. Go work for Wizards of the Coast. All right, next up, we got the small Eldrazi cast trigger cycle. Oh, it doesn't fit here. Kozilek's Oracle, blue 1 generic for a 1/1 with Devoid. When you cast this spell, draw a card. That's absolutely... maybe it's not too broken. They're all 1/1s. Ulamog's Pyromancer. Whenever you cast the spell, it deals 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. Okay, that's too strong. I think it's target... Oh, no, it's directly to their face? Ugh, I don't know if I want to give that one a pass. And Ulamog's Ranger. When you cast this spell, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. This is actually the crappiest of all of them, I think. Anyway, gonna move on to these. We got Disturb Magic, blue-white, instant. The stack phases out. What? Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff on the stack. I make it phase out, but that means it's gonna come back. So we're gonna resolve everything next turn. We're just gonna hold it back for a little while. The whole stack phases out. It's the ultimate counterspell of all counterspells, especially if the stack has a lot of stuff on it. It's like the ultimate way to burn, I don't know, a storm deck or something. And then if the stack phases out, does Storm get to just continue where they left off? Yeah, so exile the stack. Temporarily! It will be gone. Beanpot says, not sure if that's how phasing works. I agree. Good anti-storm tech. Yeah, it gives you 1 turn to fish for an answer. Well, it might even be... You know, it could be something like you attack with a creature, I block. I take 2 damage. Then you lightning bolt to finish off my creature, but then I play Disturb Magic. It's effectively like a counter spell there, right? And then, so the lightning bolt comes back next turn, but then, like, my creature doesn't have any damage on it, so I don't care where you send this lightning bolt at that point. Interesting. What if you copy this card? Yeah, and then you, like, exile Disturb Magic that's already on the stack? Or sorry, you phase it out, I should say. Card probably doesn't work with the game. So, but interesting design. Interesting idea. Exile the stack. Where they're phasing out the stack. They're not exiling it, because you can exile it. Phasing out, it's going to come back. Algot! How dare you? You didn't donate enough. That's okay. Okay, I gotta look. I found you, Algoth. I found you. Okay, what do you got for us, Algoth? I am so generous to look back in my chat history. Put a trample counter on the Necrohydra. Also, I suggest Lore Enforcer. Lore Enforcer. We are enforcing the lore around here. Hopefully this is your card. We got for a white, 3 generic, 2/4 human nerd warrior. Flavor text on permanents and cards is also rules text, and vice versa. It's a 2/4. Thank goodness that Nicol Bolas didn't have Wooburg tap, destroy target non-land permanent. That would have been disastrous for the Gatewatch. That's like completely breaking the fourth wall within the Magic the Gathering universe. Okay, flavor text on permanents and cards is also rules text, and vice versa. But how would that work? And what, like, you want to give this to Nicol Bolas? So basically, anyway, that doesn't even make any sense, because all flavor text is no rules. There's no rules text on flavor text. There's nothing. Liquid Soul, you made Liquid Soulfly giggle, so you know you got that. This is a good card. Maybe for, yeah, it's definitely an unset card. You got the silver around it and everything. Okay, ship it for unset. Next freebie, we got the Overgrown Tabby. I just saw a video not too long ago of like a cat standing its ground, protecting its food versus a fox. And the top comment in the video was, every animal in the animal kingdom is afraid of the domestic house cat. All right, Overgrown Tabby, a green, 2 generic, 5/4 giant cat. Trample. When Overgrown Tabby enters the battlefield, gain 2 life. You got it! Why is this so highly rated? This is honestly just a pretty boring generic card. Okay, next up we got Jordan Black. Donation for another card from Broly Shadow. All right, Broly. Broly is shipping it anyway. Okay, Broly Shadow, if you got a freebie in the comment section, I'll keep a lookout for it. Anyway, thank you very much for the super chat, Jordan Black. You got a fan out there, Broly Shadow. You got a fan. Okay, I'll go to the next super chat in the meantime with Jonathan, who also did not super chat enough to tell me what they wanted. So now I gotta go dig for it. Where are you, Jonathan? Okay, I found you. Only had $1. Okay, I'll take it. Your $1 is welcome here. But my post is, I miss Phyrexia. Is that like a card? I miss Phyrexia. Bring Phyrexia back. Okay, we got the Lightning McQueen. What a funny card. You didn't even take a... What is this? This is like a photo of a screen, and then you posted it on Reddit. It's so funny. You could have Googled how to screenshot things. Okay, we got an X for Phyrexian Black, Phyrexian Blue. 1/1 Horror. Haste Trample. Lightning McQueen enters the battlefield with X oil counters on it. If Lightning McQueen has 5 or more counters on it, it is a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. Lightning McQueen gets +1/+1 for each counter on it or other artifacts you control. Honestly, I can't tell how good or bad this thing is. It seems okay, because you have to pay 4 life, 5 mana, so there's no way that this is going to be broken. I have no idea where the picture is from. We got some like weird monster looking thing in the background over here. We have like a cursor also. We have a cursor. I think this was captured from Urza's AI. That's possible. Anyway, anything works. Anything that gets this card on the internet, it's all fair game here. You can cast that dude for free. Well, not really, because you still need to pay the X. Oh no, you're right. Actually, you can pay 4 life as a 1/1, but it's not very exciting, right? It's a very pathetic card at that point. You need to pay into the X. It likes X. Okay, let's go. Did Brawly Shadow say something here? For free. You got 1 freebie, Brawly Shadow. Okay, I'm going to move on to the freebie section then. We got Beggar's Folly. Beggar's Folly is a blue instant. Counter target spell if it was cast for less than its converted mana cost. Oh, less. So... it hits, basically. it still doesn't hit like Summoner's Pact or Pact of Negation, funny enough, because those things still cost 0, has a mana value of 0. Or maybe it's, I don't know, if it doesn't have a mana cost at all, is that less than 0? I guess it's fair. Honestly, I think this might be a worse version. Counter target spell if it's cast for less than... Oh, no, do you know what? It hits affinity cards, so actually it is pretty good. So it hits, there is a blue card, 1 blue, counter target spell if they didn't spend mana, but there's a lot of cards out there where you do spend some mana. You know, like Thought Monitor, for example. You have to pay a single blue, and this can't counter that. Or, sorry, like that blue counter, that other blue counter can't hit it, but this one can. All right, this is a cool card. It's good. Okay, Arcanus is paying attention to what Brawley said. I did see that comment, so we'll look at Rafiki, Spiritual Simian. Rafiki. It's a green 2 generic 1/3 Monkey Shaman that taps for a mana. That makes some sense to me. Green 2 generic. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put him to your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I actually think that's very flavorful. The guy basically could see into the future. You know, it never made any sense to me what the flavor of like looking into, like, look at the top 4 cards of your deck and like pick one of them, put him in your hand. But you know what? With Rafiki, makes a lot of sense to me. Too fair? What, do you want busted stuff here? What do you think? Rafiki should be tier 0? Come on, that wouldn't be... People want to play with Rafiki. People don't want to see it on the ban list. Okay, let's look for... Okay, freebie section. Azazel, the Fallen. Black, blue, 2 generic for a 3/3 Demon Spirit. Time is on my side. When Azazel Fallen dies, returns to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control, enchanting target creature. Why would that do anything? When it dies, returns to the battlefield it has a transformation. It is enchant creature. You control enchanted creature. Enchanted creature can't attack. When demonic possession leaves the battlefield, exile it. Then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. I guess you get the front side. So when it dies, under its owner's control, enchanting target creature. So I target my opponent's creatures, and then once they get rid of the demonic possession, if it leaves the battlefield, you exile it instead, and this comes back as the Azazel of the Fallen. That's a pretty cool card. I like it. 0 out of 10, not as Azazel from Tekken 6. Is that the lore here? That's such a flavorful win for anyone who's seen the movie Fallen. Azazel is a fallen angel who can transfer bodies by touching them, so he just keeps jumping from person to person. It's like a locust, like a parasite. You think it's 5 mana for a 3/3. It's not even very interesting. It could never die. It literally could just never. You were paying 5 mana for a 3/3 vanilla creature, and then like when it dies, I don't even think it's very interesting. And in the final onslaught, the angels showed no fear for Lucifer himself. One amongst his generals, however, made them recoil in terror. Their former brethren, Azazel the Fallen. I think there should be actually something on this creature that would induce you to kill it. Because frankly, there is no reason to kill it. I would just leave it on the battlefield. You could go infinite with a sack outlet and kill all the creatures. Can it? Okay, you exile. Then it goes on a enchanted creature. Then it just can't attack. That's it. When it leaves about, like, that's it. It is a really hard to play. Was it Pacifism? Is that the card? I think the card's weak. I think it's weak as crap, which makes it very passable, but very, yeah, sack to get Pacifism. That's it. Like, it could at least also drain the player's life by, I don't know, 2 life every single turn or something. This is insanely fair. I don't even think it's that great at 4/3 mana. No, you control the enchanted creature, so you can sack it. But it can't attack. Okay, so what you're saying is, oh, with 1 sack outlet, we wipe the board. Oh, I see. You know what? You're not wrong. But then after that, and then we would have, so with the sack outlet on the battlefield and Azazel on the battlefield. Ah, I see. So it actually has a combo. So if you have 1 sack outlet for creatures, you sack it, you get it, you take someone's creature, you sack that creature. I see, I see. You know. Okay, so it's actually a little bit more playable, but I still don't think it's broken. I don't think it's broken. All right, you're the song. You love custom Magic the Gathering cards. But you know what you like more than custom cards? Real Magic the Gathering cards. And right now, FusionGamingOnline.com. My favorite sponsor is having the pre-Black Friday sale. Check out their stuff on sale, and outside of that, you can get your Lost Caverns of Ixalan cards. I'm already building up my inventory of Tashana's Tidebinder and Merfolk Pilgrimage, because I need those damn cards from this set. And you too can get cards from FusionGamingOnline.com and also support the channel, because you love doing that when you buy your cards by using coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. You like to be creative with custom cards, but you also like to be creative when you build your decks. You can build decks in infinite ways when you're renting the cards, because if those 10 cards don't work, you switch them out for another 10 cards. With Mana Traders, you can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_3KF. All right, back to Insanity. Actually, what are we looking at now? Oh, if I remember correctly, okay, so we have to do, from here on out, it's all super chats. Okay, Abu! You guys usually have millions of super chats. Abu, slippery sidekick. Oops, what am I doing? Okay, where's your super chat sound effect? It's Abu! I thought we saw this one the other day. Maybe we didn't. Okay, we have a green 2/1 monkey. When Abu, slippery sidekick, becomes the target of a spell, create your choice of a treasure token or a food token. This ability triggers only twice each turn. I think this will also, you know, actually reminds me of the pair of Aladdin and Abu. It was the Ragavan and that woman. I can't remember what her name is. When she attacks, you put a Ragavan in play. That Ragavan got so much stronger over time. It was insane. I don't think I've skipped anything. Look, I see you. You're over here, Robert. You're in line! You stay in line, Robert! You gotta know, in these custom Magic shows, there's a very long line of super chats. Anyway, the card is completely fair. Karizev, yeah. So I would imagine, probably this should be... There should be an Aladdin card. When he attacks, you also put Abu on the battlefield and swipes food from your opponents or something. You can take your opponent's treasures, take your opponent's food tokens. Oh, nice. We need more Kibosh Monkey Kindred support. Definitely needs that turn restriction. Okay. Moving on, we got the Bacon Catbug with a level up land. What the hell? That's unique. I never thought about leveling up a land. We got level up creatures up the wazoo. We have like effectively level up enchantments. But level up land? This is old. Is this yours? Yeah, this is, you made this 3 years ago. Okay, it's a level up land. It taps for a green. So it's all like, oh no, it doesn't. Level up for a green. It taps for a colorless between levels 0 and 3. And at level 4, it's a soul land and you gain 1 life. But you have to level up as a sorcery. I actually think this is super fair. Leveling up is a huge beating. If they made level up instant speed, maybe that would be broken. But I think that would make the game much more interesting. Because leveling up is so backbreaking. You have to do it at sorcery speed. You have to basically tap out to level stuff up. So this is totally, I think this is totally fair. Cool card. The Zarn archetype is typal. Kindred is the card. No, we are. I think the community is going to use Kindred as the both. I know what Mark Rosewater said, but F them. We're not using typal. Kindred sounds great. The community will basically makes whatever they want to make. Okay, we got Bacon Catbug with another very unique card. We got the Colossal Dread Taiga. Is this going to be a Taiga that's like... that has power and toughness? Colossal Dread Taiga. Inspired by Lush Taiga. We've got... what the hell is this? Okay, tap, add An insane amount of colorless mana and double green. Spend this mana only to cast spells named Colossal Dreadmaw. Absolutely not. That would actually be pretty good. It wouldn't be bad. Not having a land type now qualifies as not being strictly better than a basic land. I'm pretty sure this is good. I could be wrong. It's basically a combo. It's like saying, like, tap this land, put a 6/6 in play. With Trample! If you can get it reasonably enough. Yeah, turn 1 Dreadmaw. For the Dreadmaw fans, that's for sure. It's a meme card. Well, we got to evaluate as if it's a real card. Sorry. I can't tell. Do you guys think this is fair or bad? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's strong. But then again, the payoff is literally just a 6/6 trampler that almost everything dies to. Okay, Robert, your patience or impatience has paid off. We got the name of my post is yet another Village Rights payoff. I remember when we used to do deck list review, everyone loved Village Rights. It was like the single most popular card for everyone to jam in their deck, even though it sees absolutely no or very little competitive play. Path of the Thallid is for a blue, green, green, black, 1 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a spore counter on Path of the Thallid. It's an enchantment. Whenever you pay an additional cost to cast a spell, you may remove 3 spore counters from Path of the Thallid or pay that additional cost an additional time. If you do, copy that spell twice. You may choose new targets for the copy. I have not a damn clue what this thing does. Whenever you pay an additional cost to cast a spell, like what, exiling a blue card or sacking a creature, you may remove 3 spore counters from Path of the Thallid or pay that additional cost an additional time. If you do copy the spell twice, you may choose new targets for the copy. Oh, I see. So if you want to Village Rights, it gives you the option to Village Rights twice or actually get a discount for free. I think that's fine. So you have to pay it again. Or I guess in some way you pay it again. Do we submit or post or... Huh? Do we submit, post, or cards? You pay money. You give me the name of the card. You give me the name of the title of your post. And I look it up. That's how it works. I don't like that this doesn't synergize with the enchantment that gives fungi extra spore count. Well, I don't think it was... If you'll read the title, yet another Village Rights payoff. The person specifically made this card to synergize with that one card, not knowing the consequences of everything else. Also, people like building cards made just for one card, just like that land that cast Colossal Dreadmaw. Okay, Bacon! Bacon is back. Yet another comedy card. Ban Island! Is it like... Hold on. Is it going to be an island with all the banned cards on it? Or is it you're literally trying to ban basic island? Ban Island. We got for... What the hell? It's a hybrid Gruul. Instant. The spell can't be countered and can't be targeted by other spells and abilities. Exile all islands. Each player creates a basic land token named Wastes with tap, add a colorless. For each land they exile this way. Then exile all islands and graveyards. Then each player exiles their hand and returns to their hand each non-island card exiled this way. Then each player exiles their library and each non-island card exiled this way on top of their library. What? Then each player exiles their library and puts each non-island card... Oh, so you put them back. Then shuffles their library. Islands exiled by this spell cannot leave exile for any reason. Interesting. They are banned. All islands and anything that even has anything to do with an island. What is it called? Rolling Boil? So is Ban Island just like a Godzilla card for another real card of some sort? Acid Rain 2.0. No, this is not Acid Rain. This is Boil. And the other Boil cards. Liquid Soulfly is in on this one. I want 8 of these in all my decks. Someone lost to blue repeatedly over and over and over again. In response, I punch you. It's like boil the entire deck. Everybody's deck gets boiled. Boil the battlefield, your hand, your library. Goes to exile, it doesn't come back. In response, time stop. Yeah. Or in response, phase out the stack. Or something. Alright, Gabriel, what do you got for us? Another one. Media Witch Betrayal. Media Witch... Oh, sorry, Witch of Betrayal. It's a black-blue 2 generic 2/2 flying. Maybe I should zoom in on this a little bit. Okay, flying. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Surveil 2, each opponent loses life equal to the number of cards sent to the graveyard by this ability. What? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you Surveil 2, each opponent loses life equal to the number of cards sent. Oh, okay. So you send 2 cards, they lose 2 life. You send 1 card, they lose 1 life. You send 0, they lose nothing. And then tap, destroy target enchantment. If it's a creature, take control of it instead. That is very off color pie. Like, that actually doesn't make any sense. Dimir would never do that. Dimir has no means of destroying enchantments. Like, black can destroy enchantments at the cost of, I don't know, paying like an insane amount of life, and blue only can bounce. So this is not a very Dimir thing to do at all. Tap needs to be like, tap, pay 5 life, destroy target enchantment, or something like that. It's just a huge flavor fail. Like, this is not a Dimir thing to do at all. The first half is great. Flying, the surveil, people losing life, that's a banger. But the second half is actually a fail. I don't think R&D would ever... That's like a very AI-generated thing, where they just, like, the color pie, do whatever it wants. Or a thief ask, if it's a creature, take control of it instead. I think you could just have tap, take target creature. I think that would be fine. Needs to be Esper. Yeah, if you bleed into Esper, it would make it work. Then you got my seal of approval. Okay, moving on. We've got the Smelly Squid with a huge super chat. Decided to keyword this game's big word soup, then play with that design. It's 4 new cards. First 2 are existing cards. Okay, hold on. Decided to keyword this game's big word soup, then play with that design. Okay, what do we got here? We'll take a look at it, the Smelly Squid. Okay, we can start off with Animate Dead. It's a black, 1 generic. Aura. Enchant creature card in a graveyard. Renormalize this card from a graveyard to the battlefield. This is a really weird keyword. And enchanted creature gets -1, -0. You know what's the problem with keywording more stuff? It actually gets more confusing for new players. Like, when someone reads Exile, what the hell does that mean? Renormalize. Do we actually need a keyword for this ability? There's like, what, literally 2 cards that do this, I think. Okay, Dance of the Dead. Enchant creature card in a graveyard. Renormalize this card. This is like the second card. Renormalize this card from a graveyard to the battlefield. Enchanted creature enters the battlefield tapped. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and doesn't untap during its controller's untap step at the beginning of the next upkeep of enchanted creature's control. That player can pay 1 in black to untap it. Okay, Reactionary Ideology. Enchantment card in a graveyard. Renormalize this card from a graveyard to the battlefield. Enchanted creature has Vanishing 7. I don't even know what this is in reference to. Oh, you're making some new cards here, and then we have a black Orzhov Aura. Enchant creature. Renormalize this card from the battlefield to the command zone. So enchant creature. Well, now I don't get it. Like when you said renormalize, it sounded like cards come from the graveyard to the battlefield. That I get. But I don't know what you mean by renormalize this card from the battlefield to the command zone. Now that's a bit weird. I don't like you twisting it like that. I think it makes a lot more sense if you just stick to things entering the battlefield, or renormalize something to the battlefield from the command zone or something like that. So does a renormalized enchantment get -1, -0 when it's reanimated? Yeah, that's a good question. That is a good question. I have no idea. Keywording. I remember when I went from Yu-Gi-Oh! To MTG and I was like, what on earth do all these cards mean? Because in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's only like 2 keywords. Yeah, they really spell it out for you in Yu-Gi-Oh! Hence why every card is a novel. Get ready for reading. What makes it abnormal in the first place? Well, it's dead. Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of these cards are dead in the first place. All right, moving on. Smelly Squid got another one. Okay, what do you got for Smelly Squid? The Earl of Lemongrab. We're grabbing them lemons, huh? Now presenting the Earl of Lemongrab. Oh, we got white. No food noble. It's a 2/2. Okay, it's got a adventure, Lemon Johns. I have no idea what the show is. I can't relate. Each player who controls a permanent with Shroud or Hexproof sacrifices a permanent. All right, that seems fair. But they'll just sacrifice their land. Don't you want them to sacrifice a non-land permanent to hopefully sacrifice their Shroud or Hexproof creature? Okay, we have pay 2, tap, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. Infinite stairs are unacceptable. Unacceptable, he says. I guess Smelly Squid and Bacon Catbug are on the same level. 1 million years dungeon. What the hell is this? Oh god, the changelings are food now. Is that true? Each player puts Shroud, sacrifice an artifact. I have no idea. I think the keyword have to be something that modifies the enchantment rather than the target, which seems to be how it's currently worded. Maybe. Probably hates Boggles. Although it's not going to do anything to Boggles. You make them sack their permanent, whatever. Or you could make them sack a permanent for each Hexproof and Shroud creature they have on the battlefield. That'd be interesting. I think it's a very black ability too. Maybe your super chat did go through. You just have to wait. People are... Look, I see a super chat here. You guys realize I have like 20 super chats ahead of me, all right? You guys wait. You guys wait. You people are impatient today. Impatient! Okay, this card's fine. It's actually perfectly playable. Okay, Smelly Squid. Rule 100.6b is a rule. Rule 100.6b is a rule. Are you adding on to the rules or something? We got City Doves for a white. It is a 1/1 bird flying. Cycling! Make it look like it's cycling -1. Anyway, cycling 1. Find a tournament in your area. Yes! That is very AI generated. There's no way this can be a real card. Don't be afraid to explore the new territories, just like a pigeon searching for food. There's always another game store. Okay, L-Chan Gaming, you're up next. You happy? Sensei Golden. Sensei Golden? Sensei Golden Tale 10 years after. You guys can't you guys see like the order of all the super chats? Is this it? Sensei of Blades? No, hold on. Wasn't it Sensei Golden? Where am I going here? I'm lost! Okay, I think this is yours. I think this is your thing. Okay, that's not... Yeah, this one looks like it's yours. What's with all the words? Look, when the font gets down to 3, I mean, it's unreadable. Okay, Golden Tail, Warrior of Kamigawa. It's a white 2 generic. Fox Samurai. It's a 4/2 creature with hexproof. You wrote it out? Okay. Whenever you tap a fox, put a training counter on that creature. Creatures with training counters have Bushido 2. If a creature with Bushido isn't blocked, draw a card equal to the amount of Bushido. Oh, I like that value. And flavor text. I am more experienced than before. Now the spirits of Kamigawa will fear the foxes. The Foxen. I don't think that's how you pronounce multiple foxes, but I like the idea of the Foxen. By the way, if a Magic the Gathering cards has a lot of words on it, they have no explainer text on it. They'll just say hexproof because they need to spend the rest of the space on basically the rest of the card. It's got Bushido now. Is it me, or do the custom cards have as much word salad? You are absolutely right, as AI cards. 100%. The AI cards and the AI cards and the custom cards are all the same. Channel of Life, is this broken? Come from Tokyo Joe. I hope I can find it off of just this. I can. 8 months ago. It's been sitting all this time. We have a green X. Sorcery with split second. You gain 2 times X life. X can be negative. What? So what, you can drain life? You can drain your life? I don't understand. I don't even know how you get negative. How do you get negative numbers? Like what, you owe mana to somebody? That makes no sense. Okay, I understand the casting cost. I understand the split second. I understand the sorcery. I understand you gain 2 times X life. But once you go X can be negative, now I'm just like... Now I'm just confused. Yeah, how do you cast negative mana? Where are we getting this negative mana from? It's the mysteries of the multiverse. You've heard of dark matter? Well, there's also dark mana. That's negative. I cast for X minus 9 and play Death. Yeah. I would like to pay my life. Anyway, I have no idea. You X negative equals gain mana, lose life. X can be negative. You gain 2 times. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this card is definitely disqualified. You cannot have negative mana. It does not exist. 2x, any negative is a positive. 2 times any negative. That's not true. A negative times a negative is a positive. A positive plus times a positive is a positive. A positive times a negative is a negative. But you can't have negative x. It's impossible. It's trying to... I know, it's trying to be... I don't even know if it's trying to even be. It's like the life gain of channel that can go backwards. It's supposed to be an updated version of channel. Well, it failed miserably. No, negative squared is positive. What, am I wrong here? Positive 2 times a negative number is, as far as I know, that is still a negative number. It's basically 2 times any number. Oh, you choose the X. Does then why is there X in the casting cost? I think it would be appropriate choose. It should just be choose a number, and that's it. And the number can be negative. Okay, so we have okay, so it's worded badly. So if we were to change this card, if we were to fix it, it should just be green, split second, choose a number. You gain 2 times X life, and X can be negative. But that's stupid, because you can just, it could be infinite. You just have infinite life for 1 card. So it still doesn't work. Anyway, it can, so it doesn't work in any way possible. Because we can't go negative. You can't choose any number, because then you have infinite life. To the rank with this thing. To the rank. Okay, we're moving on with Brawly Shadows Magic Carpet. Go for Magic Carpet ride. I have a feeling there's a million Magic Carpet cards. But fortunately, yours shows up at the top. Oh, wait, Magic Carpet for 3 mana. It's an artifact. It is a very loose vehicle. If we call it a vehicle. It is a star 3 toughness vehicle. Flying. Magic Carpet's power is equal to the combined power of each creature that crewed it this turn, and Magic Carpet can't be crewed by more than 2 creatures each turn. That actually makes some sense. Okay, so it's as tough as whatever you put on it. And, Otherwise, it's 0 because it's just a damn carpet. And also, you know, you can't put too many things on that carpet or basically it just gets weighed down. Crew 2. Tap any number of creatures you control. That doesn't seem flavorful. You should be able to crew with 1. Crew 2. You should be... tap any number of creatures you control with power 2 or greater. Somehow I feel like it should be crew 1 or crew 2, but the flavor is still there and it works. It's supposed to work like if X is positive, gain a life gain card. If X is negative, it's I don't know how it becomes channel at negative. Okay, let's go back. While casting a spell, you announce X. X can be negative. The only issue is that as far as I know, you cannot add mana as casting this cost. Like I have no idea what this card is trying to do, to be honest. I've no damn clue. You gain 2 times X life. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. So I guess the idea is you lose life and get mana. It doesn't even say you add mana. It just seems like you gain or lose life. But it looks like you have to pay the mana. Anyway. Anyone in the comment section want to clear up that card? You can all let us know. That is a conversation starter. Now we're going to keep moving on with Jordan Black. What do you got for us? Dono for Gabrielle Doyen. Hoping for Shadowverse. Is Gabrielle here? Dono for... I hope that's not it. Is Gabrielle here? Gabrielle! Okay, if Gabrielle mentions a card... I don't know if I saw Gabrielle today. If they mention a card, I will look it up. Outside of that, nothing. I might donate it later. Okay, so I'm just going to sit on that one. For a while, we will look at the Letter Wins card. Tried to recreate my favorite League of Legends champion. Oh, sorry, tried recreating my favorite LOL champion. Took me forever to understand that LOL meant League of Legends. I thought people were just saying laugh out loud for the longest time. Okay, we have a green, black, white, 3 generic, 3/4 dog warrior demigod with vigilance and lifelink. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Nasus, Curator of the Sands. Oh, that's what it's called. Nasus, Curator of the Sands. For a green, black, 2 generic, tap. Nasus gains Wither until end of turn, then fights target creature you don't control. I think this is fine. The cycle of life and death continues. We will live, and they will die. So basically, your stuff doesn't necessarily die. Hold on, how does the Wither work? You deal damage in -1/-1 counters. Some of that effect. But it's got Vigilance and Lifelink, so you can smack and then tap and then give Wither. Nasus? Oh, is it Nasus? Is it Nasus? I don't know. Cool fight ability. It is. AI has gotten in the custom MTG section again. Oh, you think this one is? Oh, you're talking about the last one. Anyway, I think this card looks fair on the front side. I mean, it's 6 mana for a 3/4. There's no way that thing's broken to any degree. Sus Nasus among us. It's Nas. That's okay though. Oh, is that how it's pronounced? Nas? Nasus? Or just Nas? Come on, if there's silent letters, I'm not gonna figure that out. I'm not a League of Legends player. Is Gabrielle here? Gabrielle! I usually see Gabrielle. We got a super chat for you. Okay, we'll hold on for it for a while. We're gonna donate it to the freebie section if it isn't claimed. Okay, Drowsy Dormouse. Made by Brawly Shadow. You guys are buddies and pals. Drowsy Dormouse. Are these the cards he doesn't want to show? Or Brawly Shadow doesn't want to show? We got a green Drowsy Dormouse. It is a 0/1 mouse. When Drowsy Dormouse enters the battlefield, you create a food token. And whenever you sacrifice a token, you can pay a green and exile the drowsy dormouse. If you do, return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. That's actually a pretty cute synergy. Where is this from? It's from some movie. I'm not too sure though. Those little sneaky mice. So basically, whenever you sack a token, so it's basically 1 green, create a food, and for a green, after you sack something, you can blink it, you get more food tokens. Today is great. A lot of crazy cards, actually. Some cards are very difficult to interpret. Oh, this is an Alice in Wonderland card? The Mad Hatter and all. Okay, WoW is gonna take a crack at interpreting this card. We're gonna go back. This is the greatest. This is really effing with my brain, really. Well, we gotta go back. Where's this damn channel card? The Channel of Life. Okay, Channel of Life. GG, split second, choose one. Pay X life. If you do, gain twice X life. Pay X life. If you do, add colorless equal to that number rounded up to your mana pool. But the thing is, it doesn't even say you add mana. Nowhere on this card it says anything about adding mana. Nothing. Like, you guys are making it up. It says you gain life, or somehow I'm assuming you lose that much life. It is like it is a pure life gain card. This has nothing to do with mana. No reason for the life gain tech. It doesn't say you add mana or pay life. Neither of those things are on the card. I think the card is just broken. It's like not broken as in good. I mean, it's broken like it doesn't work because you can't pay X negative mana. As far as I know. Yeah, you can't turn life into mana with this. Alright, let's get back to what's most important. That is Brawly's Shadow Super Chat with Jafar. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. Let's go into Jafar. Ambitious advisor. He was very ambitious. He wanted to take over everything. From Brawly Shadow. Alright. Ooh, it's a full art card. We got the parrot here. Okay, we black, blue, 2 generic for a 3/3 human warlock advisor. Also has ward 3, not bad. Pay 1 tap, sack a creature. Discover X, where X is the sacrificed creature's toughness. Would he be considered a warlock, like a witch or something? I always considered him like a wizard. He was a sorcerer. I guess that's close enough to a warlock. What's this guy? Iago, that's his name. Totally forgot about Iago. He can go anywhere. Okay, this is a cool. I guess it's fine. Honestly, I think this card could be a little bit more pushed. Although I don't remember what he did. He didn't actually do like any damage. You know, he mesmerized people. He could control people. He could be doing something like, you know, control target creature until end of turn or something to that effect. No, Brawly, we decide when your last one is. I could super chat another one of your cards. People are looking up the history of Brawly Shadow's cards. Okay, another one for... Wow, you guys... What, is it Brawly Shadow's birthday or something? All the friends are coming in to super chat the cards. Okay, we need more Disney. One more for Brawly's Shadow. You just look up his cards to see... Okay, so Brawly Shadow, if you throw something out there, I will... I'll look it up. You get an extra one. Okay, until then, I will look at Bryce's... Bryce the Hottie, the Only? What? Is that an actual card? The Only? This is not a good name for the post. I can't find this. I'm really sorry, Bryce. Your card had to be, like, way more specific than this. Unless it was a much longer name and you screwed it up and you, like, accidentally pressed enter. This is definitely not showing up. Okay, hold on. Smelly Squid has one for Brawly Shadow. Alice Little. Alice Little Curious Wanderer. Wizards of the Coast says you can't make Disney cards. Brawly Shadow will say something about that. I think we saw this one the other week because this is a green, black, white 3/3 human. Sacrifice a food token. Target creature gets +1/+1 and trample until end of turn. If you would create 1 or more food tokens, instead roll a d6. And then 1 to 2. Imagine you had to re-roll. Remember that card we saw at the beginning of the show where you have to roll a d6 for every number that's on a card? Imagine you have to re-roll for the 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, the 5, and the 6. It would be absolute chaos. And then roll a d6 for those things. Okay, if you roll 1 to 2, create a food. 3 to 4, create 2 foods. If you roll a 5, create 3 foods. And roll a 6. Each player creates a food token. This ability triggers again. Okay, good enough. Food tokens are not that broken in the game. I mean, there are ways of breaking just having a bunch of stuff on the battlefield, but I think it's totally fine. Why is Alice so hungry? Or why is she so generous? That's how you really have to look at it. Man, those shrooms pack a wallop. That's true. Okay, okay, this one for Gabrielle, I'm now gonna officially donate to the main section because I don't think Gabrielle's here today. Yeah, I don't see a Gabrielle. Sorry about that, Gabrielle. Okay, donated to the freebie section. Foolproof armor. It's a 3-mana equipment. Equipped creature has hexproof, indestructible, and can't be sacrificed, can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Also equipped for 2. It's not foolproof. It's never mind. Equipped creature has hexproof, indestructible, can't be sacked, can attack or block. Okay, so in one way you can protect the creature. No, but it's just a super pacifism. It's like a super pacifism. So basically you give this. No, but you can't equip other people's stuff. Right? I don't think you can equip someone else's creature. You can only equip your own creature. Okay, Bryce, you're trying to clarify your other card. It's by Starco1132. I don't know if I can find that card. The only Starco 1. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can find it. Anyway, this card, totally fine. Let's go over people's commanders. Starco 132. The only? Is that what it's called? The only? Starco. The problem is the only is such a generic term to look up. Sorry, I can't find it. This is like a fail. Starco 132. Sorry, I can't find it. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to the main section. I'm gonna donate your super chat. It has to be donated. We donate all the super chats around here that cannot be used somewhere else. Oop. Okay, next freebie would be the Infiltrator Sliver. It's a black-blue 2 generic 1/4 sliver with Death Touch. All slivers have at the beginning of your end step sacrifice another sliver unless you pay 2. What? Is this like an anti-sliver card? Basically, you play this thing for the purpose of destroying your opponent's other slivers because you have only 1 sliver on the battlefield. All slivers have at the beginning of your end step sack another sliver unless you pay 2. And they all have this ability. This is terrible. Wow, someone hates their sliver player at the table. Fair though. Fair hate card. It's basically the anti-sliver card or even changeling card. Like there's some artifacts like this. At the beginning of your end step where at the beginning of your upkeep, pay 2 or sack the artifact. Yeah, exactly. Which sliver hurt you? All the slivers. Okay, next super chat we got from the Bacon Catbug. One last one. They always say that. Cosette. Okay, I can't pronounce this one. Kosetsu Shaman. Love the show. I love how you contribute to the show. Okay, the Shaman. White, 1 generic. For a 2/2 human shaman, protection from red and from snow. Face down permanents are snow. Also white, snow, 1 generic, tap, choose 1. Manifest the top card of your library, and also target non-token creature controller manifests it. I like it. Also, yeah, why wouldn't a snow thing have protection from red? In the it should buff it up, if anything. You bolt this thing and it gets stronger. Could use that actual warmth. Could use some warmth in its life. It's living on the side of a mountain, for crying out loud. Yeah, it's a Yeti, effectively. Okay, next up we've got Neon Gray with Evolution of Atreus, the 9 reels. Atreus, son of Spartan, the red 1/2 god archer. First strike and reach. Whenever Atreus attacks, if you attacked with exactly one other creature this combat, you may have that creature gain first strike until end of turn. If the attacking creature has power 4 or greater, Atreus deals damage to any target equal to twice its own power. Okay, that could be broken. If you attack with exactly one creature. So basically, you attack with one creature and what, you deal damage to 2 things? The attacking creature has power 4 or greater. Atreus deals damage to any target equal to twice. Oh, okay. So you're able to snipe one thing for double its power. That's probably fine. Like, you have to attack with only one creature. If the creature's big enough, you basically snipe one thing, right? To any target. So if it's like 5 power, you could deal 10 damage to somebody. That's possible. Anyway, I think it's fine. Not broken. Is the son of Kratos from the God of War. So he's basically helping his father take down the big enemies. Ah, so it's a flavor win as well. Ellen Chan Gaming, your patience. I appreciate your patience. It's paying off. And what do you have? You have Zethi becomes a planeswalker, as in like planes. Zethi becomes a... I'm just going to put Zethi becomes just in case you misspelled planeswalker here. I believe plane is supposed to be P-L-A-N-E. I appreciate, though, that you misspelled it originally on Reddit and you gave me the misspelling anyway. Okay, we have a blue-white Zethi with 0 loyalty and a lot of cards. Multi-kicker of Azorius. For each time this kicked, put a loyalty counter Zethi and exile target instant or sorcery from your graveyard for each time kicked. You know, it's got a very alpha beta wording feel to it. Like, not very, You super chat for 3 cards? Where's the last one? Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, I will look back. I assume that you had... What was your last one? Okay, hold on, I'll get to it. I'll just finish this. 0 loyalty. Add a loyalty equal to the amount of instant or sorcery exiled. Okay, hold on, that doesn't make any sense. Add a loyalty equal to the amount of instant or sorcery exiled by Zethi. Draw a card. Also, -X. Return target instant or sorcery card sorcery exiled by Zethi. -30. You get an emblem with you may cast spells in exile and your hand without paying their mana costs. Hold on, for each time this was kicked. Okay, this is how you get the loyalty. The loyalty from a multi-kicker. What a weird card. Why -30? Add a loyalty equal to the amount of instant or sorcery exiled by Zethi. Draw a card. But we didn't, like, exile anything. Oh, no, hold on. For each time it's kicked, put a loyalty counter and exile target instant or sorcery from your graveyard for each time it was kicked. Okay, so you could... I got it. So you can make this thing big. Honestly, it's very weirdly worded, but it's probably fair. Like, it's so hard to cast. Like, for 4 mana, you've exiled 1 card. And you'll pay 0 and just add 1. The abilities look strong, but, like, it's so clunky. I think it's fine. Does it die on ETB? No, it's got multi-kick. I mean, it could die on ETB. You could just throw it out there for 2 mana, let it die on instantly. Planeswalker are hard countered by the Great Wall. Yeah. How do we get through this wall of the plains? What are some other comments? Sorry, Jeremy Brown. We don't do freebies unless it has been sponsored. Whoops. No, we're not done. I'm not done yet. Well, we heard a lot of Earthbound music today. Let's get... I like this one. Okay, so hold on. We missed, apparently, some other cards from this last guy's super chat. I have to dig back into the history. Where is this $10 super chat? From Neon Great, Evolution of Atreus. Is that the last one? Oh, I see. Okay, so there was 3 cards here. Okay, we'll look at a few more. You donated $10. I'll look at a few more. We have a white, green, 3 generic Atreus, Father of Monsters. 2/3 God Archer with reach and ward 1. Whenever Atreus enters the battlefield, create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. And whenever you attack, support X, where X is the number of attacking creatures you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to X other target creatures. I intend to help the God of War and stop Odin. I think this is quite fine and fair for 5 mana. And we also have Atreus, Champion of the Jotner. For Naya, we have a 2/2 God Archer, also with reach. They all have archers. They're all archers around here. Whenever Atreus attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then choose 1. Atreus becomes a 4/4 green bear with trample until end of turn, or it becomes a 3/2 red wolf with double strike until end of turn. Close you heart to it. How do I grammar good? Close you heart to it. Kratos, is that real? Is that canon? Is that canon over there? Anyway, okay. That one is also, I think, quite fair. All right, next super chat, we got the Whale of Darkness. Whale of Darkness, what do you got for us? An answer to Modern's free spells. Thank God. What, are we just banning them? Modern Horizons 3 in a bottle. Or Modern Horizons in a bottle. If anyone gets that. Okay, Leyline of the Judge. If Leyline of the Judge is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. Whenever a player casts a spell, if less mana than its mana value was spent to cast it, counter that spell. If less mana than it's... Oh yeah, it's very similar to a card that we had earlier. Yeah, this actually is better, because it's a Leyline. It's perpetual. So if you want to play your, like... If you want to play your Thought Monitor, you paying full price. You paying full price. Jim Brown says, if it becomes a 4/4 bear, does it still get the +1/+1 counters, or does that override? Oh no, I think it still gets the counters. From that last card. Well, whenever it attacks, you get a counter on it. It just changes the base, and you get to keep the counters. Just changes the base. Aurora says, joke's on you. I pay more than its mana value. You like them kickers, huh? Yeah, that'll show them. Yeah, it should be one mana for multi-kicker. Oh, you mean for the Planeswalker? Some of you are talking in the past. Okay, Gunblade Knight. What do you got for us, Gunblade Knight? Saw someone mention this in Gavin's video, then had to make it. Well, that's the whole... Saw someone mention this in Gavin's video. Shout out to Good Morning Magic. We got the Myriad of Mirrors. It's a 4-mana 2/2 with Myriad. It's a mirror. Whenever this creature attacks, for each opponent other than defending player, you may create a token that's a copy of this creature that's tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker they control. If one or more tokens are created this way, exile the tokens at end of combat. I have no idea why this would be good, but sure, you got it. Smelly Squid! Oh, what do you got for us? Do another of my renormalize posts. Renormalize is for an enchantment, changing its enchanting as it enchants. Honestly, I don't even think it works. Okay, okay, hold on. Renormalize? Is that the name of your topic? No. Okay, the other one is... do another... What is it called, Smelly Squid? Like, when you super chat, you gotta give me the name of the post. Is that the name of the post? Do another of my Like, I don't know where your cards are on all of Reddit. Yeah, you have to give me something to look up. If you don't give me anything to look up, I can't find it. It's impossible. So I'm gonna move on to Brawly Shadow. Symmetra. Architect of Order. I'll keep a lookout for you, Smelly Squid. Okay, what do you say? I'm fresh out of Disney cards, but here's an older Overwatch card that you don't think you shared. Fresh out of Disney. What, you don't have the Iago card? Where's the Iago card? Symmetra, Architect of Order. Red, blue, 3 generic for a 2/3 human artificer with Fabricate 2. White, 3 generic. Tap, create a token that's a copy of Teleportation Circle. Activate this ability only if you don't control a card named Teleportation Circle. I don't know where we have this here. I'm not going back. You have to reshare it with me, Smelly Squid. Please reshare it with me. I'm really, I can't go back. Just please reshare it with me. I will look it up again. Okay, Symmetra, Architect of Order. I think this, Fabricate 2, this is, put counters in play or get tokens, if I remember that correctly. And you get, for 4 mana, create a token that's a copy of Teleportation Circle. Activate this ability only if you don't control a card named Teleportation Circle. Create a token that's a copy? But where's the Teleportation Circle in the first place? And you don't even have another card here. I don't get it. Maybe you gave us a Teleportation Circle card before and I just don't remember. But anyway, as I don't remember how broken Teleportation Circle is, but most of your cards are not broken, so I'm just gonna have to say it passes. Okay, next up we have MG Fox. What do you got for us, MG? Made a card of myself. That's something people don't do very often. Made a card of myself. Not sure if it's good or not. Intended for Commander. Oh, this is not the card. It's a Joe Devious Puppet Master. There we go. Okay, we have a white, blue, 1 generic for a 2/2 with Ward 2. Pay 2. Counter target spell or ability. Any player may activate this ability once each turn. Counter. Wow, that's insane. So basically, the only deck that gets to cast things or anything that has like, what's it called? Split second, or they're just uncounterable, or it's just it's basically like so long as people have mana up, no one's playing anything. Wow, that is crazy. I love it. It's probably broken. It's probably the most unfun card to face. Control comes in many forms. Joe. Yeah. Everyone now polices each other. So it's a weird card. Everyone has the ability to counter everything that everyone has. Can you counter his own ability? No, you can't. Oh, you can! Oh my goodness! So someone tries to counter something, and then someone else can say, oh no, I'm gonna counter your Joe Devious Puppet Master ability. And so for as much mana as someone else has, and then like, and then it comes down to like, hey, do you want to tap out to like be part of this war or not? Or you want to save some mana to get your own spells to resolve? Unbelievable card. Oh, it's cool. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's the first group hug hate card. Is it? Yeah, I guess it's group hate card. Everyone hates each other. A card that screws everyone over. But you can counter itself too. Absolutely. Yeah, this is I love it. Oh, you may activate this ability only once each turn. Oh no. The crazy wacky stuff has been put into what's it called? It's under control. You know what? I would be fine with, you could do this an unlimited number of times. I think that would be really cool. I want to see the second version where you push it even a little bit further. Okay, let's see if we can go back to Smelly Squid. Okay, decided. Thank you. Okay, decided to keyword this game's big. Are there other cards? How many did you have here? Oh, you do have more. Okay, how much did you super chat? You super chatted $5. Okay, we're gonna look at 2 more cards. We've got the Grounding for an Orzhov enchant exiled card. Renormalize this card from exile to the from exile to the graveyard, and I guess it keeps the aura. Whenever enchanted card leaves the graveyard, investigate. So I like the idea of renormalizing is like you are moving it from one zone to the other while it's still being attached. Which is weird, but sure. I think that's fine. I think that's cool. And then, actually, this is really cool because then you can get some cards in exile that normally you would never be able to get back again. And then we got the Panglacial Tulpa. It is a white, green, green, 2 generic. Oh, hold on. Is this that card you can cast from your damn library as you're searching it? It is an Aura Worm with Flash. You can only cast this spell while searching your library. Enchant permanent card in the library? What the hell? Renormalize this card from library to the battlefield. It's just a tutor card. This card, okay, when this card or enchanted permanent leaves the play, their owner shuffles their libraries. This doesn't seem particularly useful. I think this is a bit of a fail because, like, why doesn't it just say search the library? It's basically a tutor. You could even say when it, and it's a weird tutor. You can only use this tutor while you're searching your library. So it's just bizarre. PLDL is like, wait. Great art, looks like a horizon canopy. This is way better than Panglacial Worm. How is it any different? You're literally... Anyway, I think it's a weird... It's better than playing... Okay, it is better because you can, like, get anything from the library onto the battlefield. Actually, maybe this is broken. So, how easy is it to tutor cards for 5 mana onto the battlefield? Maybe it's not so easy. And you can get any permanent card in your library. So for 5 mana, you tutor something into play. Okay, so you know what? I take it back. This is broken. It's completely broken. It's an enchant permanent, so you can get artifacts. You can go get, like, Bolus's Citadel if you want. Yeah, it is better than Panglacial Worm. Okay, so I take it back. It's not quite... It's effectively tutors something onto the battlefield, but whatever. Yeah, I fetch land into Panglacial Omniscience onto the battlefield. Exactly. It's exactly what you can do. Okay, so in that case, this one's broken. I think it's actually too broken. But probably every deck would play this damn card. Alright, next up, we got, oh, okay, I've fulfilled the prophecy. We got Matthew Poland. What do you have for us? I don't have a card, but I love the show and was wondering, has anyone made a Vote Deeply or President Flying card yet? They have? Can we find that? Deeply considered Lord Deeply. Yeah, okay, hold on. We do have Lord Deeply. It's a black, blue, white, 2 generic, 2/4 human noble. Whenever an opponent would vote, they may vote for Deeply instead. If an opponent votes for Deeply, that player draws a card, then loses life equal to the number of cards in their hand. If an opponent chooses not to vote for Deeply, create a 4/4 black human creature token named Deeply's Goons. When this creature attacks, defending player sacks a creature. I don't even know if this was... We actually saw this card before. Maybe I just pulled this out of the custom Magic... lore. Squirrels don't fly, they fall with style. Yeah, you ain't fly. Yeah, no flying around here. A lot of girth. Anchored strongly to the battlefield. Smelly Squid likes the card. The card is pretty nice. Yeah. Does it say anything about flying? If an opponent chooses not to vote for Deeply, create a 4/4. It should also say something like opponent's creature, if opponent's creatures have flying, they lose flying. Because this is obviously there's some sort of antagonizing thing between President Deeply and President Flying, or candidate presidents Flying and Deeply. All right, we got one more super chat with Majra. What do you mean? The show keeps trying to end, but it can't end. Okay, Majra, Philly. Oh my, can I even look this up? I'm just gonna look up a divine harp. I'm gonna look up a divine harp. Is this it? Philly's harp, a divine harp. Oh yeah, this is yours. Philly's harp. We got a green, blue, white, 1 generic legendary enchantment with Exalted. Tap, choose 1. Oh, sorry, it's an enchantment artifact. We don't have many of those in this game. Gain life equal to the power of a creature that have dealt damage to you this turn. Tap. Okay, so we get to undo some of the damage and gain some life. Really nice picture. Tap target creature and put a stun counter on it if it have dealt damage to you this turn. Tap target creature. Okay, so if someone dealt damage to you, you can have it tapped anyway. Or you can tap it if it had vigilance, and you would give it a stun counter. Also, add green to your mana pool equal to the damage target creature have dealt to you this turn. Oh, that's interesting. I think that's a cool card. I think it's a well-designed card. It does a little bit of everything. And it's 4 mana. I think it's a Swiss Army knife. Pretty neat design. Okay, Brawly Shadow apparently has not run out of cards. And a Veteran Sniper. Another older one. We got a blue-white 2 generic. I love the art. Anna, the sniper. 1 shot, 1 kill. Whenever Anna, veteran sniper, enters the battlefield, tap target creature and put a stun counter on it. More of the stun counters. And that's actually quite useful utility. Creatures your opponents control do not remove damage during the cleanup step. What the hell? Creatures your opponents control do not remove. So if you damage them, it just stays on there permanently. Can't remember, is that a Hearthstone thing? Like if you damage something, like it's just permanently damaged? I think it is. Very unique design, actually. I'm surprised that Wizards hasn't fiddled around with the cleanup step in any way. I guess the problem is you have to keep track of the damage perpetually for the rest of the game. Okay, next up we've got Will Anderson with Gnostic Hierophant. Gnostic Hierophant. Got it. Blue, 2/2 human wizard. At the end of your turn, you may reveal your hand. If you reveal at least 1 card this way, target opponent puts the top 14 cards of their library into their hand. What? Go on, let me reread this card again. Blue, 2/2. At the end of your turn, you may reveal your hand. Okay, I reveal it. If you reveal at least 1 card this way, target opponent puts the top 14 cards of their library into... Why are we giving them 14 cards? This has to be more flavor win than actual win for you, because you're just basically helping your opponent. Unless this is for a mill deck. If you reveal at least 1 card this way, target opponent puts the top 14 cards of their library into their hand. That is just crazy. I will show you what no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what has never occurred to the mortal mind. Yeah, mill but draw. Do you know what? I'm all for it. If the mill players want, like, extra mill, like, you know, take 20 cards off my deck, but it's all in the form of card draw, I'm all for that card draw. You're sculpting their best possible hand. It's possible. Smelly Squid is like, over the next 2 weeks, I'll post to Our Custom Magic with a post to the title in Chinese and make Nikachu search for it. No, I will not do that. It will not be found. It's kind of like a mill finishing blow. It could, yeah, it absolutely could. Actually, if you can somehow get 2 of them on the stack at the same time with flash, then you could really screw with someone. All right. Gobi is free. That's it for Coffee and MTG. If you want to be part of the show, you got to be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks everyone who supports the show. Either a member on patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show every single day. And also, we got to thank the people who show up here every morning. Your commentary and your participation is everything. Also helps the algorithm. We got to thank Suddenly Boop, Toads, 2 Lan, 9 Inch Nails fan, Brawly Shadow, of course. Huge fan of Brawly Shadow. Sebastian, David, Scott Free, Smelly Squid, Arcanus, Watley, Canty, David, Arcanus, PLDL, Jeremy. We've got Toads, Platonic Liquid, Majra, Nate, Nathan. Who else we have got? Slack, Matt, Toads, Mario. Because without all you guys, I'd have no show. So as usual, my coffee crew, you keep brewing up them coffees, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.